So as usual, we're gonna put our first and last name on the back, our room number and our grade level. And then if you could put your table number also. So table 5 would be T5. And then we're gonna flip it to the front, and then I have printed you, excuse me, a picture of your animal. So my photograph, I should say, is more vertical, so I wanna turn my paper that way. If your picture or your photograph of your animal is more horizontal, you can turn it that way. So the first step we're going to do is we're gonna find the halfway point of these pictures. So you can eyeball it and then put those lines on. If you want to use a ruler, you don't have to. And let's just at least do the halfway points going that direction. And then same thing this way on this. So this is a 10 inch size piece of paper here. So I'm gonna mark 5 and then 5 down here. Connect those marks. And again, these get erased, so do not draw them dark. They're gonna be very light. And then this short side is 8, so halfway is 4. I'm gonna do it on both ends so I can connect those marks to make sure my line is straight. Okay, now I have 4 quadrants on my paper as well as 4 on my photograph of my animal. So just like we did with our other papers, you are welcome to kind of draw some of the shapes if you want on here so that helps you find those spots. I'm also going to divide this in half and then this in half. And I'm not going to draw this all the way through, but I'm just going to do this so that I can see. So I can see that this particular dog's head is really below this whole line for the most part. So I'm going to get that general shape in. And again, this is kind of like an oval. So this is where you want to start with looking where those shapes go. Again, I'm drawing light because these get erased later. Then this ear kind of comes down and makes sort of like a triangle shape. So kind of just look and see what shapes you're seeing. The other ear looks like a triangle on that side. The body is above the halfway point. So the back of the body is somewhere back here. And then I'm gonna work on this front arm here. So it is kind of underneath its snout, and then it's going to go off the page this way. So I'm just using ovals for that. So it goes here and then there. This paw stops right about here, and then it's smaller, and then this is the body. So that helps you kind of get everything into place, is draw those general shapes, and then you can work on adding details. So once I start doing details, I will start going a little darker with the lines that I want to keep, and that's making sure I have them in the right space, okay? So if I'm not ready to make sure that's a permanent line, then I don't want to darken that line just yet. So I'm just kind of looking at the lines and shapes, and then it's hard to see some of this, but I know that that's where the body is located. So the body is coming like this way, and it's going back in that space back there. So I kind of have the general shapes, and then I can start going and darkening and fixing what I want to be those different shapes. Now, as far as the background, that's up to you. This dog is laying down in a bed, so I probably definitely want to add that, otherwise it's going to look like it's floating in space. Okay, so as best as you can, you're going to finish up all those shapes where you feel like things should be going, and then we'll check it. All these like big shapes that we use to start, you can begin to erase once you feel that you've got those in the right places. If not, just go ahead and keep them there till you're done using those. So you can see I have this dog bed here, and I have this thin line here, and then I'm going to make this line go this way, and it goes underneath the paw there. So a lot of this is going to be done with my coloring to show the shading. So like this area is going to be darker than this area. This bottom section will be lighter here, so dark to light. So we're going to work on that shading. That'll help make those come out.